I'm on the Cycladic island of Tinos today, famed for its marble, its sculptors, and its kitchen artistry.
Εδώ η Tinos, αυτό το από άκρη σε άκρη, ένα έργο τέχνης.
I'll visit one of Greece's most renowned marble sculptors and learn to make ancient confections and more with one of the island's most glorious local cooks. Just pour this in. In the kitchen, I'll make an artichoke bread pudding. The artichokes are the entire flavor of Tinos. This looks like the Kyklades, and a wonderful red mullet recipe with local capers and tomatoes. Join me on a sweet and savory journey as I chisel a path filled with the aromas of this beautiful place, from my Greek table to yours. Tinos, one of the most ruggedly beautiful islands in the Kyklades, just a 20-minute ferry ride from neighboring Mykonos, is nothing like its glitzy neighbor. Quiet, raw, wild. Its whitewashed villages come straight out of a fairy tale. Its mountain landscapes look like the heavens rained boulders down on the slopes. And the famed carved pigeon houses are a monument to the island's Venetian past, when pigeons were bred for meat and fertilizer. The miracle-working icon of the Virgin Mary brings pilgrims to this island by the thousands every August 15th, one of the holiest days in the Greek calendar. Marble is everywhere, in wall reliefs, above windows, in churches, and on the streets. And it should be no surprise that Tinos has given birth to more marble sculptors than anywhere else in the country. Its long-standing marble sculpting traditions are celebrated in a fabulous museum devoted to this ancient and contemporary art form. The island is also sculpted in another way, with terraces that grace every slope, etched over centuries to make for arable farmland. And the food is, by many accounts, some of the best in Greece. Artichokes, cured pork sausages and loins, sun-dried tomatoes, delicate confections, and amazing cheeses are all part of the Tinos larder. I'm on my way to meet Praxitelis Tsanoulinos, a famous sculptor who grew up on the island. In Greece, one never goes empty-handed to visit someone, so I'm picking up some of the island's delicious almond confections, amygdalota. I'm excited and nervous to meet Praxitelis. He's one of Greece's most revered sculptors, a contemporary incarnation of thousands of years of artistic tradition. Γεια σας.
Τι κάνετε?
Καλά, εσείς?
Καλώς ήρθατε στο νησί μας.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ.
Και στο εργαστήριό μου.
Το είναι για σας.
Ευχαριστώ.
Μικρό δωράκι.
Ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ. Ευχαριστώ.
Και βλέπω σας έπιασα στη δουλειά.
Ένα έργο εμπνευσμένο από τη θάλασσα, όπως πολλά έργα μου.
Γιατί... Την έχετε εδώ έξω.
Βέβαια, βέβαια.
Τι σας συγκινεί στο μάρμαρο?
Το μάρμαρο, ξέρετε, έχει κάτι το διαυγές, έχει αυτό που λάμπει.
Φαντάζομαι ότι αυτό ήταν μια τεράστια πέτρα.
Ναι, κοιτάξτε, κάθε πέτρα εμπεριέχει μια μορφή. Αρκεί να αφαιρέσεις τόσο υλικό όσο χρειάζεται για να αποκαλυφθεί η μορφή. Αυτό είναι πολύ ωραίο, πολύ ποιητικό. Και εκεί επάνω είναι αυτή η περιπέτεια. Στην υγειά σας, καλώς ήρθατε.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ. Είναι πολύ αρωματικό.
Ναι, είναι πολύ ωραίο.
Και η υποτοπία είναι τέχνη.
Όλα στη ζωή είναι τέχνη. Εδώ η Tinos, αυτό το από άκρη σε άκρη, ένα έργο τέχνης. Αυτό που βλέπουμε στην Tinos, όλο αυτό το ωραίο τοπίο έχει να κάνει με την τροφή.
Μιλάτε για τα μπαλκόνια.
Ναι, ναι, αυτά τα επίπεδα. Αυτά λοιπόν τα διαμορφώνανε για να συγκρατείτε το νερό από τις βροχές και να μην πηγαίνει στη θάλασσα.
Και να έχει και γη για να καλλιεργήσει ο κόσμος.
Έτσι. Έτσι λοιπόν κρατούσε το νερό, γινόταν η γη έφορη, τα σιτηρά ήκμαζαν και μπορούσαν όλοι αυτοί οι ανεμόμελοι που βλέπουμε ερειπωμένους τώρα να αλέθουν το σιτάρι, το κρυθάρι και να δημιουργούν ψωμί, δηλαδή η τροφή ήταν το κίνητρο.
Πάντως η Tinos έχει πάρα πολύ ωραίο φαγητό. Θα μου προτείνετε πού να πάω για να δοκιμάσω ακόμα περισσότερα τοπικά φαγητά, τοπικές γεύσεις.
Ναι, ναι. Μια καταπληκτική μαγείρισα εδώ στην Τίνο, έχει γράψει και πολλά βιβλία για τη μαγειρική. Νομίζω ότι την έχετε ακούσει, την ξέρετε. Είναι η Νικολέτα η Δελατόλα.
Την έχω γνωρίσει, αλλά πριν χρόνια.
Τώρα, κατά τα άλλα, γύρω-γύρω, όπου να πάτε στην Τίνο, όπου και να κάτσει κανείς, νομίζω θα βρει κάτι ωραίο να φάει.
Thank you.
Ναι,
ευχαριστώ
και εγώ,
πάρα
να είστε
πολύ.
καλά, ήταν ένα ωραίο απόγευμα.
Ήταν πολύ ωραίο μεσημέρι.
Ναι, ναι, ναι. Ωραία, ωραία. Εγώ ευχαριστώ που ήρθατε.
Sometimes it's always summer in my kitchen, especially when I'm cooking something from the Cyclades, inspired by Tinos, which are these beautiful red mullets called Barbounia, in a nice tomato sauce spiked with capers, very traditional ingredient from the Cyclades. I'm going to get the onions in the pan. I just want to cook them until they're soft. Red mullets are one of the most popular fish in Greece. They live in seaweed and they eat really small mollusks, and that gives them this really beautiful flavor. A little bit of garlic goes in here next. This combination of flavors, onion, garlic, tomatoes, capers, you find all over the Cyclades, but especially in the drier islands like Tinos, Santorini, Paros. It kind of defines the cooking in that part of Greece. I have the capers soaking in a little bit of water just to desalt them a little bit, because I don't want them to overwhelm the delicate flavor of the red mullet. This looks like the Cyclades. You find this combination over all sorts of dishes. I'm gonna get a bay leaf in here, a little bit of pepper, and just a touch of salt. Remember, the capers are still quite pungent, so I just want to enhance that. I don't want to make this salty. And I'm going to let this simmer for a few minutes to thicken up, and while it simmers, I'm going to finish cleaning my barbounia, my red mullet. What you want to do is basically gently scrape off the scales. It's not very hard to do. And then the next thing you want to do is just gut the fish. So to do that, I usually draw a line from about this area to this little hole here. I'm going to hold it firmly, but not, you don't want to squeeze it too hard. And then you want to get your hand in there and get all the guts out. This is a little bit of a messy business. So if you have a fishmonger who can do it for you, it's definitely more pleasant, but it's not such a big deal. I'm just gonna rinse these. These are cleaned. The sauce is ready. I'm just gonna season them a little bit. And these are ready to go into this beautiful Greek island tomato caper sauce. So you can see this is a really pretty dish. That's beautiful. A tiny bit of Greek olive oil just over the top. I'm gonna let these simmer covered for about 5 or 6 minutes. They don't need more time than that because the fish is quite small. I'm just gonna cut a little fresh oregano for garnish over the fish. Ah, perfect. Super tender. These are very, very delicate. So you want to be careful when you take them out of the pan. Scoop up a little of the vegetables with them. Okay, the last one. Just a little bit of fresh oregano. I don't even bother chopping it. I just want these beautiful, delicate leaves. And just a fresh note over the top. This is the Cyclades any time of the year. A little bit of a taste. Be a little careful when you eat mullet because the bones are very small. And I want to get a little bit of this beautiful caper tomato mixture on my fork. There's an expression in Greek, to ψάρι είναι φρούτο. Fish is like fruit because it's so light. And this is a perfect example of that saying. It is so delicate and yet so rustic. The crunchiness of the onions and the capers and the sweetness of the tomatoes all work really beautifully together. I'm pairing this with a Greek island variety called Artichoke, which has actually been blended with a French varietal called Viognier. This wine is made on the island of Evia. It has a nice lemony palate, which balances beautifully with this lovely Greek island fish. Following Praxitelis' suggestion, I'm off to meet Nicoleta Delatola Foscolu, an authority on the traditional cuisine of Tinos.
Γεια σου, Diana. Καλώς ήρθες.
Today, she was going to show me how to make Tsimbites, small pinched cheesecakes.
Οπότε το πρώτο πράγμα που κάνουμε είναι το φύλλο.
Το φύλλο.
Οκ, για να δούμε. Πόσο
κιλό αλεύρι.
Μισό κιλό αλεύρι.
Μετά θα βάλουμε το λάδι. Είναι μια κουταλιά λάδι. Βάζουμε το αυγό.
Ένα αυγό, φάνηκε φρέσκα χωριάτικα αυγά, φαίνεται.
Δικά μας.
Α, δικά σας αυγά, οκ.
Και σιγά σιγά θα ανοίξουμε το αυγό με το λάδι. Και θα συνεχίσουμε να βάζουμε το χυμό πορτοκάλι. Όσο χρειάζεται για να γίνει το φύλλο στην ζυμάρι που θέλουμε. Λίγο ακόμη.
Είναι σαν το ζυμάρι σχεδόν για τα ζυμαρικά, δηλαδή που είναι σφιχτό και...
Είναι σφιχτό, ναι. Έτοιμο είναι.
Α!
Ναι. Οκ, και θα αφήσουμε να ξεκουραστεί για να το ανοίξουμε μετά.
Πόση ώρα για να ξεκουραστεί?
Μισή ώρα.
So now we're going to make the filling with a special cheese from Tinos called Petroma. It's a very mild, soft cheese.
Εδώ είναι μισό κιλό τυρί. Θέλεις να δοκιμάσεις?
Ναι.
Να μπεις και τη προφανή γεύση. Ναι.
Είναι πολύ νόστιμο. The cheese is very creamy. It's very mild, but it's got a little bit of a tang too. Okay, so the orange zest is in there. Αυτό είναι κανέλα.
Θα βάλουμε ένα κουταλάκι κανέλα. Θα βάλουμε και μισό κουταλάκι βανίλια.
In Greece we use powdered vanilla.
Γαρίφαλο. Στη μύτη του κουταλιού θέλει πολύ, γιατί αυτό είναι λίγο πικρίζει. Έτσι, λίγο. Και θα βάλουμε και μαστίχα.
About a quarter teaspoon.
Και θα βάλουμε και 250 γραμμάρια ζάχαρη. Και τώρα θα σπάσουμε ένα αυγό. Τα αυγά κανονικά δεν τα βάζουμε από την αρχή όλα, διότι θέλουμε να δούμε πόση υγρασία έχει μέσα το τυρί, για να μην μας γίνει πάρα πολύ μαλακό η γέμιση.
Κατάλαβα.
Και τώρα δηλαδή θα αναμίξω και μετά αν χρειαστεί θα βάλουμε το τρίτο αυγό.
Okay. So Nicoleta is ready to roll out the pastry in the pasta maker, and we're going to start making the sweet cheese pies.
Παίρνουμε από το φύλλο μικρά μέγεθος πορτοκαλίου, μέγεθος πινκ-πονγκ, μπαλάκι, και τα κάνουμε έτσι. Το περνάμε 2 φορές να έρθει μια ωραία, ή 3 ανάλογα, για να έρθει λίγο το φύλλο. Μετά αλλάζουμε τον αριθμό, το πάμε στο 4. Το φύλλο ανοίγει ωραία, δεν κολλάει, είναι πολύ ωραίο στην υφή. Έχει πετύχει πολύ. Λίγο λεπτό φύλλο θα δούμε, να ανοίξουμε.
It's very silky.
Λοιπόν, έτοιμο είναι. Diane, σου βάζω στο κέντρο γέμιση του τυριού.
Okay.
Και βάζω και εγώ στο κέντρο. Και τώρα παίρνουμε το φύλλο, το σηκώνουμε εδώ και ακουμπάω εδώ το χέρι
ναι.
Και κλείνω σε ψηλό λεπτό πλισέ και τσιμπάω την τυρόπιτα. Επίσης γίνεται ένα κέντημα.
Ναι, ναι.
Αυτό.
Τι ωραία. Είναι πιο δύσκολο από ό,τι φαίνεται.
Είναι δύσκολο. Πολύ ωραία. Μια χαρά για πρώτη φορά.
This actually takes a lot of practice, and as you can see, even though I like working with dough, mine is more like a pot sticker than it is like a Greek island sweet cheese pie. But it's for the first time, it's not bad, I think. Και τώρα το πασπαλίζω
λίγο με ζάχαρη και είναι έτοιμες για το φούρνο μας στους 180 βαθμούς για να ροδοκοκκινήσει για 1 ώρα.
Για να δούμε.
Να δεις, Νταϊάννα, πώς είναι, σ' αρέσει τη γεύση, να δούμε, πέτυχε.
Εσύ θα μου πεις αν πέτυχε. Πέτυχε.
Ωραία, δεν είναι. Τα αρώματά του, η μαστίχα, το πορτοκάλι.
Ναι, όλα βγαίνουν.
Ναι.
This is so orangey, and it's got that beautiful little sourness from the cheese, and all those undertones of the spices, the cinnamon, the cloves, the masticha, the vanilla, it's all coming through, but the orange is definitely the most prominent. Γεια στα χέρια σου.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Γεια στα χέρια σου means health to your hands, so she can continue to cook this beautiful food. Είναι πολύ νόστιμα.
Ωραία, χαίρομαι.
I'm making a dish inspired by the island of Tinos. It's a bread pudding. I'm using pita bread for it. And it's made with a special ingredient, these lovely artichokes, which are one of the most important vegetables on the island. This recipe is super easy. I like to use pita bread because it's something that's really accessible. I put it under the broiler just to get a little bit of color on it and some crunch. You want to get pieces in here that about an inch and a half. They don't have to be even pieces. The traditional dish on Tinos is called anginaropita, artichoke pie. And I've seen it both as a phyllo pie and also as something very, very close to a bread pudding. I'm making a quick and easy version of that. I'm gonna get started next on my onions and garlic. Just give that a stir. I like the combination of artichokes, which have that acidity to them, that natural acidity, with the sweetness of onions. I'm getting the garlic in here next. I really just want to soften this a bit. It's all going to cook together in the bread pudding. And I'm going to add the artichokes next. I really just want to warm this through. The artichokes are blanched, and I'm just using the hearts. I just want to get a little salt into this. This is looking good. This is going right into the bread mixture. I'm just going to give this a toss to combine the artichokes and the bread. You could do this with leeks or scallions or onions. It's really flexible. And I'm putting 3 eggs. Just whisking the eggs. I'm gonna get the milk in here next. If you wanted to make this extra rich, you could even add a little bit of cream to it. A little bit of salt, some nutmeg, let me just get the rest of my ingredients in here. A little bit of melted butter, some dried thyme, some dried Greek oregano, and 2 Greek cheeses. This is kefalotiri, It's a sharp yellow sheep's milk cheese. I'm gonna save a little bit for the top. And this is Graviera from the island of Tinos. This is actually a cow's milk cheese. I'm gonna also save some of this for the top. Let me just mix this all together. You wanna get it kind of evenly dispersed all over the pan. I'm just gonna flatten that out. I have one little addition to this, and that's just a little bit of lemon zest. Because the artichokes are very earthy, but the cheese is very rich, and the lemon zest balances everything out. Okay, you wanna just pour this evenly over the surface. Pat it down so that the milk comes over the surface of the bread. This will absorb all the liquid. This is the kefalotiri, and my graviera goes over next. Graviera is essentially a cheese modeled after Gruyere, but made with the milk that was available in Greece. But on the island of Tinos, there's been a special breed of cow that provides dairy and meat, and that is a legacy of the island's Venetian past. This is going right into the oven at 375 for about 40 minutes. This has been baking for about 40 minutes. It's got a perfect color, and it smells wonderful. Let me cut a little taste of this. Bread pudding is really one of my all-time favorite foods in any shape or form. Ah, that looks great. And get a little taste of it. Who would have thought something so easy could be so delicious? The artichokes are just the entire flavor of Tinos almost in this dish, between the artichoke and the two cheeses, especially the graviera. The thyme and the oregano add a really nice herb flavor. The bread in this bread pudding is what makes the dish because it's really comforting. It's got that perfect soul-soothing quality.
Nicoletta is going to show me another Tinos specialty, Pastelli, a honey and sesame confection traditionally served at weddings.
Greek thyme honey goes in here.
She starts by heating honey and sugar until the sugar is completely dissolved.
Μυρίζει ωραία, έτσι.
Ναι, μυρίζει τέλεια. It smells really good.
Sesame seeds go in next, and the mixture will cook for a few minutes.
It's beautiful.
Nicoletta knows when it's ready, not only by feeling how the spoon moves through the mixture, but by how clear the syrup is as well. She then adds the aromatic zest of a green lemon and some flour to help hold everything together. Chilled water is spread over a wooden surface and the mixture is poured on top.
Oh, I love it.
This helps it cool, but it also keeps it from sticking. She uses a roller to spread the mixture out over the board. She wants it all to be the same thickness. All that's left is to cut the candy in diamonds and place them on those beautiful lemon leaves.
That's very beautiful.
For recipe links and information about my Greek table, visit my website, dianekochilas.com.
Diane's cookbooks, My Greek Table and Ikaria, are available to purchase online at dianekochilas.com or call the phone number on the screen.
No?
It's amazing. This sweet has a lot of symbolism too. The way that the honey and the sesame basically come together is symbolic of a good marriage, a sweet marriage. any sort of seed is also a symbol of fertility, and honey represents, a good life. And that's what this is about. And you can actually taste it. It's absolutely wonderful.